Oop. Sorry, I'm moving around my blanket. I always keep that blanket and nothing wrapped. Alright, so started a bit late. I was all... Well, actually, to be honest, I was rushing to get everything ready for the stream. Even though I had like an entire hour to set up. I ended up just sitting here, not doing anything. Until like the last 10 minutes. And then like as soon as it hit 6:30, I realized like, oh, I'm already like getting sleepy. Like I have like zero energy in my face right now. So I wanted to go ahead and stop to get coffee real quick. Or make a coffee, not get one. The song's really nice. It's like exactly like the chill vibe you would want for like a coffee shop. But like a cool coffee shop. It's weird. Like I go on Tuesdays to get a coffee at a coffee shop, chill for like an hour. And then as soon as I get home, I'm tired again. Like after drinking like a large coffee. I think it might just be because I switched over to frappes and I don't think frappes have that much caffeine. I don't know. Maybe I'm making things up. Let's see. So let me move things around. I am going to turn things down just a bit on my end. But you guys should still hear just fine. There we go. So, I just quick updates. I have made a post onto my Instagram. The Cthulhu drawing. Let me see. I should have the files still in my like recent files. Yep, right there. I was after doing a bunch of like fantasy themed drawings for a little bit. I wanted to go to a different comfort drawing to have some fun with character design. So I decided to do Cthulhu. Big fan of Cthulhu and like any medium that like uses it, like whenever a story includes it, a movie includes it, a video game includes it, like anytime you get like just some of those like Cthulhu or Lovecraftian flavoring, just like any story, it's like just immediately better for me, like that super existential cosmic stuff. So yeah, this was what I just posted into my Instagram, so go ahead and check that out. I'd appreciate it if you dropped a like. And then I also made a slight change. Now I have these tiny little earbuds, which I really like. They are a little annoying to set up though, because I have to hook it up into my like little DAC here in order to make sure there's no static. But I have to like increase the volume to basically 100%. However, if I do that, if I plug in the DAC, it immediately makes the DAC the like output. So it will just blare the audio at 100% as soon as it plugs in. So I have to spend like 5 minutes to actually set it up, because Windows 11 also changed the way that you're able to change your audio settings. So now it's like slightly more annoying. At this point, like complaining about every update about anything is really like obnoxious, but like it really is just a downgrade sometimes. Anyways, that's that. So yeah, new headphones, new posts. Go ahead and get started. I'm pretty sure I went back and edited some stuff. I think I completely changed our pose as well. So since last time, I think we were right here. This is where I left it off. Sorry, songs with talking in it. I gotta turn it down even more, and I might just skip this song. It's a good song, again, I bet. whenever there's talking, like my brain gets distracted. Anyways, so this is where I left it last time. I think I even have like the blood vial and everything, and the clothes. So yeah. Uh-oh, I just realized that there's gonna be an issue. But I noticed that I didn't really like how the pose was. Like, you see on the bottom over here. Let me grab a... Just gonna do yellow. That doesn't show up at all. Let's do green. Hold on, I gotta find a good color to actually point stuff out. There we go. Make it bigger. There we go. So you see in this pose right here, one thing I wanted to do was her like back arching, like she's like really like pushing high into the air in this like really like dramatic pose. But if you see on the drawing here, she's kind of like the opposite way. She's kind of like bending over, or maybe just like really straight. But I want there to be a bit more of a pronounced curve to her back. Nothing extreme, nothing like what was an example of like a really messed up back in comic books? I think Jim Lee actually did like a really like messed up pose where you could see like the chest, and then she would like twist it around so you could see her butt too. It was like a really like just weird pose. I was gonna say Rob Liefeld because usually that's the guy who gets like all the anatomy kind of torqued up, especially during like the 90s. But he actually had really long legs, so he had that one panel where it's like this girl in a green outfit and her legs are just like she's got like 3 different joints to it, where it's like thigh, the knee is like a midsection, like an entire like foot of muscle and whatever and whatnot, and then there's the super long calf. And then she's also wearing heels, so it's just like it was like the longest legs you would ever see. Anyways, that's not the point. So I decided to just like basically cut off her midsection, just like this whole part, and now we have this pose. So all I did was just hold on, I think it's still separated. So yeah, I literally just cut this out and just pushed her back a little bit, or twisted her up. And honestly, I think we could go even further. I stopped here because this felt like a good like mid ground for what I was going for. But I want to see, could we go even further? Still keep it reasonable. Like, I'm gonna have to draw the stomach again, but like I mentioned in a lot of my like previous stuff, like it's usually good to like get this down really early as much as you can, because once you get like all the details, you're not going to want to change anything. Look around here, but we could change this to like wherever I want it to be. Maybe I can even make her wider. We're really going far now. Maybe just a little bit more. How far can I go before it starts to get like really silly? Okay, so yeah, that's definitely silly. This is silly, but I actually don't think it's that impossible. Like, you'd be able to tell like, hey, this guy was going crazy. But not, you know, like sometimes you could tell when someone's being like really cheesy with their art, where they're really like pushing the fan service and the pose is like really hard. It's like very stiff and very forced. It doesn't look natural to whatever the character was doing at the time. But it's a give and take, you know. Some people love whenever there's just like fan service every single panel. I'm one of those people. But there are people who really hate it, who really cannot stand it. Hold on. I remember you can also change like this center of gravity for the turn, so I can just like specifically just turn it like this. Change the axis that it turns on. Axis. I think axis is right. So I want her to lean back. I feel like this is a good middle ground. But if we like twist her a little bit, twist the whole group, so the center of balance is kind of straight. So like I still want the straight in this picture would be like, oh, I'm not on the layer. So straight in this picture would be like actually like right here, because with the background, the lines are going this way. So her standing in a straight pose would be like right here. So you can tell like the feet start in the middle, and it's actually dead center on the feet. And then the head is also like dead center with the neck. So like even though she's twisting up like here, it still returns to the same place. So that's the whole pull and push of like whenever you're going for really dynamic poses, is that you can play around basically like in any direction that you want. But if you want some semblance of balance, then you have to have like, you know, some line straight through the middle. And you can change that too. So like if only this leg is supporting it, which it kind of is, it's like it's mostly on this leg, you can connect to the head. So if this is straight, if this is straight to the, you know, like the horizon, then you can go anywhere you want here, pretty much anywhere you want. And just like all rules with art, you can change that however you want. So like if you want to ignore that rule, you can, if you want everything to look unbalanced. But that's also, you know, depends on the pose. If you're going for like an action pose where they're like flailing through the air, if you want them to look coordinated, you know, like they're intentionally doing like front flips, you probably have to go for balance. But if you want them to look like they're getting blown away in an explosion and didn't, you know, plan on doing that, then maybe you go for like the completely unbalanced pose. Hold on. I'm gonna do a stick figure. Completely unbalanced pose. And maybe the coordination doesn't even actually affect it, because I think if like you're coordinated, you could technically be in any pose. It's more of like the whether or not you look like you're tucking in yourself so you can rotate better, or, you know, doing the opposite with a controlled descent. Oops. Oh, I don't know where I'm going. This looks good to me. This is the hard part. Like I get really like, I need like a million different opinions before I can like really decide on anything. But I like this. I think it needs some tweaking, because like the hip and the everything is now should be in like a different position. But honestly, as far as like keeping it just as like dynamic as I was hoping for, that's the word I'm looking for. I think this does it perfectly. Let me just make sure one more time. Cellular balance is like around here to like right here. And then like the horizon's like this way. Or I guess technically over here. One second. There's a bunch of tools. Let me grab the ruler. There's like a ruler tool, but I can't find it right now. Is this it? There it is. Yeah, I don't know how to use this. Anyways. Nope. We keep that. Come on. Undo. There we go. So now I'm going to tweak this a little bit more. We almost had all the line art done last time, but now we're going right back. So now we got to connect it again. I can probably just merge them and connect them. I don't really care if they're in one layer anymore, or if they're in separate layers. I don't think I'm going to change it from here. Hold on, just to be safe. We're going to duplicate it, and then we're going to merge it, because I don't want to regret that later. Just in case, like, I decide yet again I want her to be bent like an arrow. Just act like that made sense. For my ego. So now that her pose is a lot more pronounced. Hang on a second. Aha. It's a good thing I did not delete it yet. I think she needs to be changed. She needs to be changed just a bit. Does this make any sense? Yeah, that makes sense to me. Sorry, I'm just making little tweaks to figure out if I'm liking the angle. That was too much. In this pose, I like how tall she looks in this pose, but this feels a little bit more accurate to the scaling. No. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it. But we're also gonna keep a copy just in case I change my mind again. All right, now we're actually gonna do it. Now we're actually. All right. So now her stomach would look a lot flatter because she's like pushing away from it. Why is this so dark? Oh, I'm on the pen, aren't I? Yep. Yeah, so the rib would push out a bit because the rib isn't that flexible. It's flexible, but it's not like a piece of like a Twizzler, licorice. There we go. That's what I was thinking. Oop. Just change the midsection now. So from this angle. Might not even need to push out that much, to be honest. Because she's pushing far back, but she's not like actually pushing out her ribs. Because you can really pronounce those ribs. You know, you kind of like extend your midsection and suck it in. That's how you really get like that pronounced curve. I think I saw somebody on Instagram talking about it. They do, before they take photos, they do like a vacuuming or something like that, like where they really suck it in tight, and then to show off their how like strong their core is. This is getting in the way. Oh, I think I see the issue now. I see the issue. So her body is going like this. This isn't the rib cage. This is more like the middle of the chest, the part where the chest like pushes out the most. That I'm doing the line across from. Let me also make this brush bigger. Okay, so this makes sense to me right here. This like little section. Then we gotta connect it to the bottom in a way that makes sense. This is the ribs. There we go. I think I got it now. Let me zoom out. Take a better look. This is the problem with going for really wacky poses. Sorry, 1 second. What if I go all the way back? Oh, that's as far back as it goes. I thought I remember changing it to like 1,000 undos. 1 second. Here we go. Settings, configure Krita. Resources, nope, that's not it. Play campus only, author, Python. It's only 100. Let's change it to 500. That's definitely not going to be a problem. Why does that completely clear the undo history? All right.
Yo, change that beat up. Here we go.
We're going to go back. All right, got that. Okay, so we weren't too far when we changed this, so let's just change it back a little bit to kind of see if we can get somewhere between this and... Wow, this is terrible. Hold on. Oh my god, I'm messing everything up. This and this, somewhere in between these two. I think I'm gonna do it from here. I think this is a good midpoint. Hopefully. We'll see. If not, thankfully I kept a bunch of copies of all the earlier iterations. Here we go. That's the one. Hang on. Let me try to draw through real quick. There we go. I think this is it. And I know I've said this is it like a million times, but you know, this is it. We're all happy. I'm just happy. Ooh, my neck. Am I getting too detailed? A little bit. What are you gonna do about it, huh? I don't remember what size she's supposed to be as far as her chest. I think I remember having like an idea, and I looked up like references to like get an idea of like the scale to like a regular human body. But I don't remember. I think it's like, I don't know, triple D? I don't know. I don't know them that well. I just know big heckin' honkers, and that's it. That's the only size I know. I mean, I didn't say that. Trying to get the size right, or the shape right. Can I draw like a 3D graph of what it's gonna look like? Yeah, that's basically what I'm going for here, as far as the shape. Because they're not just round orbs. We've got like a roundness, a flatness. I can't even describe it with like other shapes. Like, it's not even like a sphere with like a rectangle or a prism. It's like its own shape. Kind of like that. Hold on. So I guess you just start with like a sphere. And then I think about like the part where it gets widest. It kind of like becomes flat. Sometimes it goes in a little bit. I think usually it caves in a little bit. Or not caves in, that sounds terrible. But more like I think you have to think of it like a piece of cloth, like a bowling ball in a sack. That's really weird. In a drape, let's just say that. So if it's attached like right here, then it's gonna get like pulled down like that, almost like a teardrop. Teardrop. There we go. There we go. That makes a lot of sense. So that's kind of the shape you go for once you erase all the guidelines, just like a teardrop. And then like different, obviously, you know, different kinds, different sizes. They have different like shapes and pronunciations. You know, some just have that shape to it. And you know what? That's just fine. We appreciate all shapes and sizes. Some people just have that. All shapes and sizes are welcome. She just happens to have G's or H's. I don't remember what I googled. I don't want to look through my browser history. There's not good things there. On a non-horny bonk note, looking up poses is really hard. I think that's why I have issues. Well, one of the reasons why I don't like using references as much as I probably should is because it's really hard to get exact poses that you want. I want like a little bit of the bump from the pelvis bone. So like, well, I actually, hold on. File, open recent. It's taking forever to open. Oh, I just remembered this file is huge. Whoops. I should have opened the PNG. Uh-oh. I might have killed it. There it is. So for this pose, like, it's literally just a guy with his hand in the air, just like that, like blocking the sun. And for some reason, just Googling like guy with his, you know, blocking the sun, or a guy holding hand up, it's like getting the very specifics of like the pose, of why they're doing the pose. For some reason, just wasn't working for me. And I was, you know, like I spent like an hour just like Googling, like trying to get it right, and it still wasn't working. And that's like a really obnoxious part of trying to get the pose just right. So the answer to that, I think, would be find the pose and then work from that. You know, then choose a subject. But I always have the subject before I find a reference. I try to find the reference to fit the drawing, and that never works that well. That's looking good. I like this. That'd be hard. But actually, as much as I'm struggling with this, I actually love trying to work out the pose. It's straight up just like one of my favorite parts of doing this. I don't know why. I think because like once you get like a really like tight pose that like feels really clean, it's very satisfying. Like that rush of dopamine that artists are always looking for. I think it's that feeling whenever you see somebody do like a really clean brush stroke on like a TikTok or an Instagram video or reel, and then you see like them do like that one stroke where it just like fills in exactly how it needs to, and it has like this it's like two paints, so like they'll mix together really well. That's that feeling that you get like all the time when you're actually like making art for yourself. Serotonin go brr whenever you see that. Oh god, my muscles. I think the last thing I'm trying to find is that she has kind of like that Barbie doll aspect of her body where it like goes in really tightly and then goes out. And I think she does look skinny. She does have that a bit, but I don't know if it's as strong as I want it. Like I know it's like it's probably like an unhealthy body image sometimes, but like I like when there's a mix of it, you know? There's some people who have that body and then some people who don't, or have like very much the opposite. There is that kind of sometimes whenever you accept all bodies, you have a reaction to people who have like very slim bodies and kind of don't accept them as much as you would with other people. Hold on, I think I'm having an issue. Oh, I made another issue. I made another big whoopsie. I think what I'm doing is I'm changing the pose while I'm working on it, so I can't stick to one. I'm like making her turn and then turn more and then turn more. And I'm like, why is this still taking so long? It's because I keep changing. Oh, let me pull out the reference. That didn't really go very well. No, I guess it kind of did. Yeah, you can see like on here, like she has a very like slim body, and I actually had to tone it down because I asked my friends like to take a look at it, and they noticed that it was really like tucked in, and I did increase like the waist just a touch, but I did still. I think they were still like, like it's still a little slim, too slim to be healthy. And then I was just like, yeah, but like this is like somebody that I kind of want that. Oh, this is the other one. I was wondering like, where's all the edits I just made? There you are. So yeah, she's getting slimmer and slimmer. I think maybe just this last little tuck, and that's as far as we go as far as like making her slim, because then we get into like the really unhealthy proportions. I think this is supposed to be more like a person with like a super idealized body, but not like somebody who like is unhealthily making their body that way. Unhealthily doing it in an unhealthy way. This might be dumb, but can I just make her boobs bigger? It's really hard to tell because like it's such a weird angle, and like the scaling is gonna be so off. So if like it's kind of like when you see a drawing at a certain angle and then like you see it at the proper angle, all of a sudden all the proportions will be messed up. So I'm wondering like if I crease it any more than it is right now, someone's gonna like point out like, hey, if you flatten this image, like it's gonna, her head's gonna be like this, or her boobs are gonna be like the size of a human torso. In which case, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, let's just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I do, like I said, like, this is supposed to be like intentionally like unreasonable. You know, having a little bit of both. Intentionally idealized. Overly idealized. Oh, and I think also another reason why I did that was because back when I was doing like the original concepts was because of the vampire aspect to it, where it's like once you become a vampire, like sometimes you're depending on the different vampires, it'll like immediately make you look better or more supernaturally beautiful. Sorry, one second. So some characters, obviously not the Nosferatu. I mean, unless you like the Nosferatu, the way they look. I mean, I think, you know, that's kind of a little bit of a touchy place that they have there, where they have the Nosferatu. They're supposed to like specifically be ugly, but that kind of changes from person to person of who defines what ugly is. So, you know, some people love Jasper from LA by Night. I'm people. No, hold on. Let me turn that back. I don't even know why I erased that section. It was actually looking really good. Oh, hold on, this is really pointy. I did that on Araceli, where I made her the boob basically like really pointy on accident. I was doing this, and then I rounded off everything else, and then I forgot to like soften the sharpness to it. And it was already like I was already at the piece was done, and then I noticed like, oh, I forgot to go back and like make it less pointy, less triangular. Like I was about to do it that here. Like you can see, I was just gonna leave that. We can soften that, especially since she's wearing like a suit dress, so it's not really gonna be. Everything's kind of gonna get like form fitted, basically. No boob pockets or I forgot the other words. I think it is gonna tent a bit. Tent. If anybody knows like the meme. No, I don't want to explain all that. We'll worry about the clothes when we get there. I think the very last thing, just a tiny little tweak, not erasing the whole thing, is as soon as the rib hits, it goes in, and then we have the breast C's going over it. There we go. Should this go inward more? Just a little bit more. That should tighten up. This should tighten up. I think we're there. Anything looking off? There's a line going to nowhere here. I do think her head is looking huge, so let's try to shift. Oh, I don't know what I just said. Wow. Let's try to shift her back. It's like manipulate her in 3D space. That way we can also like make the legs a little longer while we do it. And this is what it was before. This is where it's at now. Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah. After this stream, I definitely need to pull out that 3D model tool. That like Magic Poser on magicposer.web or something like that. Let me double check that. Where's my Google? Uh-oh. Nope. Don't play Philip DeFranco. That's for later. Yeah, Magic Poser Web. Magic, oh, hold on. Webapp.magicposer.com. See if I can get the pose on there right. That way I can get the lighting. Because I really liked it for the other piece, the Oranos that I showed you earlier. I think we called him Kalis. Sorry, I was getting distracted by old D&D lore. Alright, so that's the new pose. And I don't think there's anything I need to tweak here. Like, right now, nothing looks off. I'm really close to the mic. Nothing looks off to me. No, hips look good. Legs look good. Chest looks good. Arm looks good. Arm does look a little long. No. We're good. I'm such a... I can't. Why? Why am I like this? I just can't leave things well enough alone. The song's really pleasant. How's that? No. We're gonna change it back. I think this one's a little sharper, a little snappier. The original. No, too far. Hello. There we go. I think this pose is a little sharper, a little bit more snappy. But I do want to sharpen it. So something I'm doing in some studies that I'm doing. Hold on. So at work, I usually do a bunch of art because instead of working, because that's just how I've always been. And I'm working on trying to see if I can tweak my style a little bit. Because I do get a little bit too focused on kind of half-stepping, if that makes any sense. Ethan Becker, who's has a great YouTube channel on YouTube, he has this like video where he explains that some people are a little bit too focused on using round lines instead of sharp lines. So he recommends using very sharp straight lines in order to get like a really simple art style first. That way you can make more decisions and make them more confidently. And if you make mistakes, then you can evolve from them faster. And I think I'm doing a lot of that where I am a little uncertain about my angles. So I think I should be going for just like just going for just letting things be sharp. Have that like the variety of some round edges, some just really harsh edges. Because I'm not trying to be like a super realistic artist. I am, you could even say, a cartoonist. Jack Kirby wasn't like an insanely realistic artist. Jim Lee is not an insanely realistic artist. Alex Ross is kind of his, but even he's not the most realistic. He just uses he just sticks really close to actual photographs whenever he paints. So yeah, I'm doing some little drawings. One thing that I like to do whenever I'm not like, I don't have like a lot of things that I want to draw, or I'm running out of fumes, I don't have any ideas, is I'll take that time to do some studying where I'll copy other people's artwork and try to just play with it a little bit. So like, I won't copy it 100%, but I'll copy it close to my style. So, you know, like I'll basically try to like pull little things from their art style, like bold lines or really big eyes or really big detailed lips. So I'll try to pull those things, but also like in my own style, and like slowly try to like take little notes, just take a little tidbit from other artists that I really enjoy, trying to get closer to the style that I want. So the one thing that I do this a lot with is like people with very cute, adorable art styles, because I feel like I can't do cute characters well enough. I'm always like kind of jealous of other artists, because you know there's a lot of artists who just do like nothing but pictures of like adorable characters, and it'll be like non-stop, just adorable character, and everybody will love it. And I'm just like, I wish I could do that, just have like that close of a focus. But I am all over the place all the time, and that's not bad too. I'm happy doing that. I'm happy being able to play around with what I'm drawing, doing Cthulhu one day and then Cat Girl the other day. There's a lot of fun with that. Okay, now I think we're good, right? Let me try something. So yeah, whenever I'm out of ideas, I do a lot of studying, and that's what I'm currently doing on in my free time. What is this? This is the shrink. Oh, okay, that's why it's not distort, move, distort, grow. I want to see if I can push her shoulders a little closer together, but without having to do like a ton of redrawing. So I'm kind of just like pushing it, literally physically pushing it to get closer, because I think she's kind of looks like she has really broad shoulders, and I don't mind that too much. I think like she's a very like office type. And I think that kind of goes with like the 80s, 90s jackets where they had just shoulder pads for no reason. So I think going for that visual of having like really big shoulders isn't the worst thing to have here. This is actually a really good tool. Holy crap. Let me compare these. Let me see. Is there a way I can compare these better? No, I think because so many things are different, it's actually really tough to tell what I even changed. Wait a sec. No. This is gonna be a second stream of just drawing anatomy. Holy crap. I really need to get moving. Maybe I'll do a 3-hour stream, because that coffee actually is working, doing the job. God bless coffee, man. Sleep is for the weak. Oop, that's not the tool I wanted. Okay, now we're really getting into those Barbie doll measurements. Push it out a little bit here. Oh, it's a little bit even. And then this one's really got to get flattened because now the pose is kind of twisted up a bit again. I think pushing in the shoulder really had to make things have to change again. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm adding like 100 different lines. I was getting really lost there. Let's clean that up. She's jacked for some reason. I plan on simplifying the arms because it's gonna get covered by the lab coat anyways. Okay. The pondering orbs. The orbs you stare at which to ponder. Now I know why the... Sorry, I had a joke that I was gonna make and then I realized like, wait, what is even the context for that joke? Sometimes there's just jokes that are just for yourself. All right, how are we doing now? How are we looking? How are we looking? I said I'm asking how we're looking, but I'm not even done. There we go. There we go. All the elements I wanted are now in there. I say as I redo it one last time. One last time, I swear. We'll make it an extra long string, don't worry. It's because I'm trying to like get the shape right, but I'm also trying not to lose the size. Kind of like with clay where you start with like a big base and then you keep cutting pieces off in order to get the shape right. And then whenever you're finished, it's like 20% of the size you actually wanted. So I'm trying not to do that. Clay, you guys work clay. There we go. Now I think we're good. We're good. Good. She looks really stringy because of all like the lines I did of like some of the muscles underneath. So she looks like she's really cut. But I only do that because I know it's gonna get covered up by the drawing anyways. Oh, back. My neck, my back. Coochie. All right, now time for the hard part. Bah! Nothing fits anymore. Yeah. Let's see, is there anything we can keep? Not really. That's not even the right layer. Let's try... No, pretty much everything's like out of order. Let's see if I can copy it real quick. Uh-huh. That was better. I thought I was on the wrong layer for a second. Like my eyes were like about to flutter to the back of my head, like, ooh, I did it wrong again. How do I keep doing the wrong thing? Here. I also did notice that whenever I was doing this, that the jacket fanning out was a little much. Oh, let me see if I can. I really like pushed out how far this jacket went out, but I think technically it would make more sense for it to fan out this way. Because basically what I want is sorry about that. Basically what I wanted was something in this corner to be filled up. Because her pose is all over here. And we needed something like over here. So that's why I came up with the jacket. Or the jacket like dramatically flowing out. But I'm realizing that the jacket would flow this way, not that way. Because when I think about like really long jackets, they usually are like heavy towards the bottom. The upper part doesn't really catch that much air. I think maybe like the lapels, so like the part that folds over, those usually catch a lot of wind, and you know they'll flutter and smack you in the face. But usually, if the jacket flows out, it goes like that. So it'll be like it'll cling to you pretty well on the top, but then like it'll catch air in the middle where it's not really like being blocked by anything. And then like especially like the end will like fan out like wildly. So I think that's what now that I'm tweaking everything, that's what I'm gonna do. Where am I? Okay, back to this. So it's gonna go over. I'm on the wrong layer. Look, see it? At least it caught it. So it hangs down, but then it'll fan out. Here we go. Big mad villain vibes. Oop. That's a really high pitched oop. 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 Oopsie. I hate that I did that out loud. There we go. This feels way better. It's kind of going a little too far. Let's like pull it and rein it in just a bit, because I'm trying to fill in this bottom right section, but I don't want it to look too pushed too hard. Kind of like I was talking about earlier. Like sometimes you want a little bit of cheesecake, a little bit of fan service, but not too much. You know, like unless you want every panel to be cheesecake, which sometimes I do. But teach their own. I'm trying to make it dramatic, very clearly. Like I would say 80% dramatic, and then like 20% reasonable. That's where I'm going. I'm not going 1000% dramatic yet. Honestly, I can't do 100% dramatic because I don't think I can do that. Like I'm not that good at poses yet. I still gotta tweak it. Whenever I was making the decision to finally start streaming, like I honestly didn't think I could make art good enough yet. Like I was like, no, I gotta get be a really good artist before I start streaming. Then I realized like, actually I kind of can just be a really decent artist. There's like the aspects that make you interesting as an art streamer, I don't think are entirely tied to just do good art, but that definitely helps. It's like personality and stuff like that. But what do I know? Maybe that's just cope. Okay, let me pull out the reference to get the dress. Yeah, the belt's like right at the middle, the end of the waist, so it basically just like sits right on top of the hip. So let's say like right here. Does she have buttons? Yeah. So one like right here, one around mid set, just chest. Oh, actually, let me. The pondering orbs. Oh, these buttons aren't. There we go. So one right there. And then the other one would be like right around there, like right there. And I think they're entirely decorative too. Like there's nothing to button on this part. Maybe we can make it a little functional. Nothing too crazy. Wait, hold on. I know that women's buttons are usually opposite to men's, and I don't remember why. There's a reason. So men's buttons are on the right. Okay. So yeah, this would actually be accurate. and a pencil skirt. I think that's what you call it. She has rings too, doesn't she? Oh, she doesn't. She's single. Okay. She is. Because, you know, she's also a vampire. I don't really do relationships usually. Oh wait, no she isn't. I forgot. I wrote the lore for this character and I already forgot it. So this character is intentionally trying to think of the word. Choosy? Picky, but not in like a negative way. Like it's fine to be picky when it comes to your partners, or not picky. That's fine too. But she's very choosy, mainly because she gets a lot of attention from other people. You know, Barbie doll proportions. So she kind of just like writes anybody off that like is willing to ask her out. But she does have a relationship. In V5, you're like recommended to like make secrets for all your characters. So I thought it would be nice to like think of a secret for this character, since she's like a very professional, and she's also like big in the business of Vampire the Masquerade. She would be like the local dealer of like fine bloods if you need it. Like I keep forgetting the name of it, but there's like an organization that like deals blood and can get it to you where you are. You know, just like from a phone call. And she's like the main person to go to in the city for that. So she's very professional and, you know, mainly just focuses on her career. Because, you know, it's not always about the person that you're romancing today. What is that thing? The Broker test? I don't remember. Where it's like two female characters must be able to have a conversation that has nothing to do with a man in order for it to pass like some version of I don't remember. I can't think of the words for the reason, but basically just so like female characters aren't just written for the male gaze. But I guess to immediately go against that, she secretly is having flutterings for a certain kindred who have actually drawn already. This one I'm definitely gonna have to look for because it's an old one. Voila. This guy over here. So, because he's the sheriff, and she's a very business-oriented person, she's met with him when doing business with the prince. And I think they both have like an extremely similar like business strictly attitude in like all situations, overly so. You know, stick in the mud type characters. And she has like a deep admiration for that like personality that's like very, very sharp, very, very... I'm trying to think of the word for it. Capable, very, very, very capable of getting things done, getting their work done, and, you know, being reliable, that kind of thing. But also not a complete cunt. Very many people would describe this character as that way. But she does have like a softer edge to her. She just very likes to keep that to herself and very hidden, except to certain characters who she feels either deserves it or she can't get rid of because she also cares about them. She's very good friends with Araceli, another vampire I've already drawn. I pressed the wrong button and completely erased something. Araceli. So she is the exact opposite of Maria, where she has a very fly by the seat of her pants personality, you know, like, and very aggressively charismatic. So she will pester you into like hanging out with her and being her friend. And unfortunately, that's kind of what it takes to become a friend with someone like Monica. So that's a situation where they have a very the kind of relationship where she, like, you know, behave yourself, you know, we have to look professional for this meeting, but even though you won't listen, and do everything against her and will kind of ruin her plans. She kind of still just like admires you so much, or she just loves you, so she's gonna complain and moan, but she likes having you around. She likes having that chaos a little bit. She likes having somebody that is able to let loose where she can't, or she feels like she can't, because, you know, she's a Giovanni. She's not supposed to be somebody that just parties. Even though, if you know anything about the clan, that's kind of not really the case. That may be the visual that they sell. But everyone knows the Giovanni. They do some funky stuff. Very unbecoming of a professional clan. I think I got all the clothing details. She's not gonna be carrying around the clipboard. I could draw the clipboard in the background though. I think it would probably be better for her to have a laptop. Who knows? She's old school. She can have a laptop too. Just more stuff in the background. It's always good. I don't know if there would be anywhere for the laptop to fit. Maybe like right here. So yeah, she's kind of a very complex character as far as like, she hides her emotions, she hides a lot of her personality, and keeps up an extremely professional persona, an extremely cold persona. But there is a warmth that she usually only reveals to characters that she sorry for the snap. There's like a phrase that people use for, they're antisocial except for the people that they are really close to. They are very social with them. Another example would be her brothers and sisters. She has a very big family. She's a Giovanni. Of course she is. This was actually very fun when I drew. I drew like the family portrait, basically. She has a little brother, little sister, and then two little brothers, actually. I forgot the brother is older. Okay, so older brother, younger sister, and mom and dad. So her younger sibling, she's very close and protective of, which her father uses against her. She gets a lot of the having to keep appearances, having to be professional at all times aspect from her father, who was not a very warm parent. That's also could be a pun because he's a vampire, so obviously he wouldn't be very warm at all. He's dead. Dun dun dun. Does she have lips or small lips? Oh, she has very pouty lips. Her chin's really big in this drawing. She does have a kind of like a long face. I think the big lips will round everything out. Very pouty. All right. I think we could decide. I think we could move on to doing inks now. Can we? No. That's too early. And I also want to do some stuff before, so we can get a lot further in other areas. I might do some background colors. I might also work on that before we're done today. What do I have on to-do list? Finish sketch. I guess we're getting close there, and then the background. So fill bottom and make guides. Oh, so we have to think of something to put on over here. I was doing something and I forgot. I'm out of coffee. Oh, that's right. I was gonna do the hand. The hand? Okay. Or that's right. Layer. Let's turn off the clothes. Ooh la la. I just want to, because I realized like I don't have this fleshed out like at all. I don't think it's gonna bite me too much in the back if I leave it alone, but it should only take a few minutes. I like drawing hands. They're a fun challenge. They're only fun once you get the hang of it. It's kind of like Dark Souls. It's really aggravating when you're not good at it, and then you get the hang of the game, and then it gets extremely fun. But sometimes that ridge to get there, it sometimes isn't worth it for people. That's fine. Someone says that they don't like the Souls game because the challenge isn't rewarding for them. Then I understand. I got nephews that are like around 10 and 12, and one of them gets really frustrated with like hard games, but he likes playing them because he sees me playing hard games, and I keep trying to like convince him like, hey, it's fine to accept that you're not the greatest gamer of all time. Like, focus on playing games that are fun instead of games that are hard. Like, you don't have to prove anything to anybody as far as when you're gaming, like, or you shouldn't be trying to prove anything when you're gaming. You know, like, play challenging games if that's what you enjoy to do. But he, you know, like, he'll sit there and like scream when he dies, or like shake his remote and get really, really worked up about it. And I want him to know, like, it's you don't need to boil over. Like, it's not healthy. Like, I was playing Ghost Runner. It's like a speedrunning game, first-person speedrunning game. It's a really cool-looking game, and I love the visuals. And I was getting so insanely angry so fast. And it's a fun game, but it's just like, I think because it's a speedrunning game, you're trying to like get all the motions just right, get all the movements just right, and you're trying to do it as quickly as possible. But there's also, you know, it's a difficult game. You're dodging bullets, you're dodging this, you're dodging that, trying to get the jumps in exactly the right pattern. And I was getting so angry so quick. I refunded it immediately. I was like, this is not good for me. I am getting infuriated by this game. And I think that's fine, you know, like, just saying this game might be a good game, but I'm not having fun with it. And so I'm just gonna not play it. Now, sure, my brothers might not be willing to accept that. They might be making fun of that. You know, brothers and, you know, guy friends, they'll be just be like, oh, you can't finish this, can you? You know, they'll roast you about it, but a roast here and there is not going to kill you. I'd rather take a roast than spend hours playing a game and getting angry and upset over it. Right now I just finished playing Dark Souls, the Daughters of Ash DLC, and that actually got me pretty worked up because it has a lot of like clunkiness to it and a lot of like quest lines you can fail really easily. So instead of jumping right into the third game, I'm taking some time off. I'm instead playing a different game, a little game by the name of Sonic Adventure 2. How's this hand looking? I've been working on it. I haven't been thinking about that. The fingers feel so long. I think it's because like I'm trying to get the vial to go over the eye. But let's just curve it. Let's just say it's like this way. Oops. Does she have a mole? One second. Sorry, I'm looking at the earliest concepts I've had ever. Where is she? That's weird. Oh, she does have one like by her eye. Oh, that's why it's not on there. It's because it's like right on her cheek where she's holding the glasses. Where is she? Where is she? I could turn this off now. That's huge. She only has like a tiny one. A beauty mark, as I've seen it called. She's gonna make that shorter too. I'm gonna make like the bottom like right here. Make that like that big. What was it just talking about? Oh. So now I'm like decompressing from, you know, hard games basically. And I switched over to a certain game called Sonic Adventure 2. I was a huge fan of that game. I loved playing that game when I was young. And I noticed it was like $10 on Steam. And I saw Moist Critical, he was playing it. And it just brought back a lot of memories. Specifically, the thing that I loved the most about the game was the cow garden. KO cow garden. The little tiny like little doll creatures in the game. You could like basically raise them kind of like a Pokemon. And I loved doing it. I was never that big of a Pokemon fan, but for some reason cow gardens I liked. And the game got scratched up like super early on. I think only after like a month of playing it. So now, and once I like saw him Moist Critical playing it, I was like, you know what? What's stopping me from just buying it and just reliving that memory? And not only that, there's mods for games now. So there's an extended version of the Cow Gardens where it adds like a whole bunch of features, a whole bunch of variety. And it's like that little side game mode that you spent hours playing. What if you make that like twice as big? Just for fun. Uh-oh. Oh, thank goodness. I thought I pressed the X and closed the program. That was terrifying. Oh, I forgot to notify my friends that I'm even streaming. We're already like 2 hours in. It's good. Okay. Yeah, this feels way better. Her fingers. I don't. People with like long fingers actually are pretty cool. I read something. I think I read like a manga, and like a slice of life, and there was like this panel about like people with like long fingers, and like somebody who's like really like long fingers, or something. It might have been about like a bassist. I might be mixing a lot of things up. Anyways, and something about like a character like going like a really long diatribe about why they like people with long hands. Like stuck with me, so like now every time I draw hands, I think about it. I don't know. I have really short, chubby fingers, so if somebody's really into hands, they're not getting anything out of me unless they like strong fingers. I think I have strong fingers. I like mash my pencil down every time I draw, so they get a good workout. Anyway, that's just things on my mind right now. Fingers not pointing right to right. Hang on. That's why it's not looking right. Should be folding a little bit more to the side. Hold on. Let's see. There we go. That's the ticket. That's the... See, I love figuring out like the little challenges of like why this doesn't look right. Taking a second and then figuring it out. Like once I figure it out, like I feel so rewarded. And this should be pointing like this, or maybe not 100% like. I don't know what it is with this middle finger. It's bothering me a lot. Well, maybe I need to draw the hand a little better. Just draw a big old middle finger. Then just a big F you. Just flip the bird. I love the way that looks, even though there's no reason for her to stick her thumb out. It'd just be like a... Oh, wait, no. Her thumb would be like reaching in. That's like the other side of the hand. I'm drawing the inside of the hand just to make sure it can actually reach all the way over there. They keep twisting it up. Come on, come on. Oh my god, why is this not working? Here. Sort of? Hold on. Does she have long nails? Yeah, they extend a little bit off the finger. They're not like big nails, but I never understood why people have those like really long nails. Except for maybe, you know, like art, like nail art. Like I do really like seeing those. Ever since they started like popping up on my Instagram, just like a bunch of like people doing like those really complex nail designs. I've started like notice people's nails more whenever they get them decorated. So like somebody will come by the hospital and I'll just be like, oh, nice nails. Because they'll have like glitter or these like really nice designs. And it's like I never used to pay attention to that. But just now that I've seen like the way that it's made, I have like a lot more. It's just more prominent in me now. But that's not why I brought it up. Specifically, back when I was working at McDonald's, we had like a lot of touch screens. And I never understood why girls would have like those huge nails, like the ones that are like that much off the finger. Maybe I'm picturing it wrong, but anyways. And you would just hear them clack across the touch screen, and you could tell like they would have to like position their hands in a really awkward way in order to get around the nail. I'd just be like, it's literally making it harder for you to do anything, to use your fingers. So why not like just have really nice nails, but like just like slightly off the finger, you know, where you can still tap things normally. Like I don't think they have to be like really long in order to get nice designs on them. You can have like just simply long. Now that I think about it, as a scientist, she probably wouldn't even have them that long. So they might actually get into or tear the gloves that she's wearing. Oh, but she's still a bit of a material girl, so she'd have like, you know, nicely decorated, just not overly long. Oh yeah, the material girl, like that meme where like the really long nails that reach like from here all the way to the palm. Like those are the nails where I really don't understand. Because especially like you use your phone like all the time. Like how do you not just get annoyed by that clack, 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 clack? I don't know. But you know, what do I know about style? I just wear graphic tees. That's and purple hair. Maybe I'm just a sweaty. I should give her rings. Nothing too huge or giant jewels, but she is very wealthy. Both her brother and her father are bankers and stock traders. I think specifically they were like an investment whenever I wrote the story. And then like one really big one. She's in a lab. Should she be wearing gloves? I do love the look of gloves. Like the look of just like nice nitrile gloves. Nitrile. No. It's one of those things. Like I have her down as a hematologist, but I don't know if she's a hematologist or a hemopathologist, or you study like diseases of bloods and how they spread. I kind of just chalked it up to like, hey, a little bit too much research, you know, like sometimes whenever you write a character that's like a scientist, it helps to do a little bit of research on what kind of scientist, but you don't need to do, okay, but what degree did they get in science and what are they studying? You know, you don't need to do that much. Sometimes you can go a little far with that. So she's a hematologist, blank. She just does research on blood. Yeah, I guess I should do gloves. I think it would help, especially, I think I'm gonna like amplify the cold room environment, cold laboratory environment. So let's go ahead and erase these rings. I'm gonna keep the nails though, because the gloves are gonna go over the nails. Especially since she's actually touching the vials, so they should be safe, or she should be doing it safely. That's not the right one, is it? That's the right one. I'm just doing like little wrinkles because nitrile gloves, like if they're not the perfect fit, they're gonna be very wrinkly and squeaky. Okay. And I think the last little thing I want to sketch out is the hair. I really want to get the hair right, or some more details about the hair, basically. Pull out the reference again. How we doing on time? Yeah, still got about another hour. I think 9:30 is when I'm gonna call it. Upper back. What layer am I on? I'm on the right one, okay. So she does the thing where she gets all the hair and pulls it over her shoulder. Probably a lot of straggles here. And you can see where it pulls. Basically, like from right here That's where the hair parts. And she has big bangs, side bangs. Oh, that's right. Hold on. She has like a big fold in it too. No particular reason. I just like the way it looks. Oh, hold on. She has a widow's peak. Oops, 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 oops. So her hair is gonna be like this. That's way too low. So her bangs don't start until like the middle of her hair. So that's why it's like so far to the side. And this is the underneath of the hair. And also, one little thing I play with on this, with this specific family, I guess you could call it, is that they all seem to have some weird mutation with their embrace as a kindred. So his offspring have like a white strand of hair. So it's just for style, really, but it also kind of denotes their connection to the undead, or not just like vampires, but actually like the spirits. Giovanni, they play with ghosts. So yeah, it's some like secret that he does, and actually the other Giovanni, let's tie this back. Their father, he's a very secretive, kind of a cunt, very businesslike, like the shadowy father that is always stuck in his room. And you have to ask, if you want something, you have to ask him with respect. And you might have to talk to the butler, and then the butler will pass on the message. And that's the kind of dad he is. And he also forces his children to spend a lot of time studying. And some little secret technique or experiment, it's not really something that any of them talk about or explain, but it causes them to be really good with necromancy. Let's just say necromancy. That's what I'm going to call it. I think there's specific abilities and names for it, but I'm just going to call it necromancy. It's just so it's short. And that causes, and you can see it with the white strand of hair. And other Giovanni families, they kind of look down on it. They don't know what he's doing. They think it's sick what he's doing. Because, he basically does it to his children, his kids. And, there's some semblance of like, that's the old Giovanni ways. We don't do that anymore. We're now Hakata, like with this big united clan. There's been a change. They don't do some of the nastier rituals in a Giovanni. But it seems like there's something that they do that still has that connection. So whenever those two on the bottom, the younger siblings, whenever they grow up to like 18, 20, whenever they earn the embrace, they'll also have either a white strand of hair or a patch of white hair. Especially the son right here. Wow, not what I wanted. This right here, this one right here. He has like a very, very good control over that form of oblivion of magic, the necromancy. So whenever he becomes a vampire, he would be very good with spirits. Yeah, that's kind of like the headcanon I made for everybody. Oh, and the excuse she uses is just she stresses herself out from work, which is very believable because everybody at her job kind of hates her. She's very cutthroat. So if anybody has like the nerve to ask like, why is there white strands in your hair? She just tells them like college exams. Or maybe not even her coworkers, like business meetings that she goes through. There's that guy that has like no awareness of what you should ask a person about their personal information. So somebody would just be like, why do you dye your hair like that? And she'll have to explain it's a genetic thing, or because, you know, her brother, who's also already been embraced, has like a white top, but his actually looks like he dyes his hair. So most people just assume that's what it is. And they don't know anything about the fact that it's actually magic. Outside of my headcanon, I just think it looks cool. I like characters with white hair. I dyed my hair very pale blonde for a while. So I'll definitely go back one day. I love the way I look with the platinum blonde hair. But right now, purple's great. I love purple too. What am I doing? Oh, I'm trying to get the hair very similar to how it looks in the picture. The wrong layer. And it drapes over actually like really far. It goes like all the way over here. It should probably be a little tighter. Looks like she's balding a bit. There we go. I forgot how strong I made her eyes look. Goodness. Got strong eyes. It actually looks like makeup tutorials just to get like, figure out like how to get like really powerful looking eyes. Also probably a vampire thing, but yeah. Makeup can do a lot too. I'm trying to even up the eyes, even though her eyes is gonna show up. Oh. There we go, coffee wearing down. Time to reboot. I don't get any joke things to draw for this. I probably shouldn't be distracting myself. But I'm gonna. He who doots. Hold on. Oop. Let's never do that again. That was terrifying. What was I thinking about? Oh, there's something I was gonna do here. Oh. I like him. Ooh. I just got an idea. He has a scarf. No. I literally just makes him. What's the guy? Helvetica? I know it's Sans is the small one. I don't remember the name of this big one. 1 second. I have no knowledge of Undertale lore. And I don't care. Papyrus? Papyrus? I'm gonna say a papyrus. Yeah, papyrus has this scarf. I think Helvetica was a joke someone told me that is like supposed to be their grandfather's name or something. Look at the lad. Look at him. His name is Doot. Please be very kind to Doot. He knows not what he do. What is this? Anyways, I just needed something a little fun. Just a little side character, a mascot, if you will. Oh. Okay. I just need to do the hand and maybe the shoes. And then we're done with that. Then we can just splatter some colors everywhere. Splatter is the correct term for that. I just want to make sure we work out what the shoes look like before we get to the end of it. I'm on the wrong layer. I've got a very specific design for the shoe. So it's 3 rows and they're like braided. Let's see if I can just remember that. There we go. Oh, and there's also like a little reinforcement on the edge of the shoe. Here we go. There's one shoe. Hold on. It's pushed out a little bit too much. There we go. Boy, he grooving. Should probably erase all these on them now. Okay. I was already that, sorry. Wait, why is this brush so small? over, under, over. Under, over, under. Okay. There we go. I don't know why, but I had a very specific design I wanted with these shoes. Every now and then you get like an opportunity to try like something different whenever you want with the character design. So like I like whenever I get to like think about like fashion dresses, because it's just like something I never have to do, or I don't do as often as I don't do very often. Period. But when I do, it's really fun. I got to look up like the Met Galas and a bunch of different like fashion shows to try to get like some inspiration for shapes, cuts, and stuff like that. Like getting those chances to just try something different. Is there a clip? Oh, there is. Oh, that's why the bow is there. I forgot that there's a like a. It actually like is the part of the shoe that like holds it on. Strap. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. There you go. So quickly, just an easy trick. Should I make those curve the other way? Yeah, that makes more sense. Maybe like that, actually. Where one's under, one's over. Because of the way that they're positioned. Goodness. Okay. Now just this hand up front. And we're done. With the sketch. It's the wrong one. Again? Yeah, where did this hand come from? What? Oh, it's from the line art. This part. We have an issue. The issue has been resolved. We go oop. Wait, which layer is this on then? Oh, never mind. I didn't even click a different layer. I just thought I did. I think that's good. This should probably be a little bit more angled that way. That way. Let's go deeper. It should probably be shorter. There we go. Oh. I don't know, I'm so stressed out. I need a blunt. No, I'm just kidding. I need to do something fun. Which is weird because I just went to the Van Gogh Museum, which was very fun. But I think knowing that I had nothing to do this week drove me a little crazy for some reason. But next week I have a lot of things to do. I'm gonna be heading to Cary, do some shopping because I like shopping, and I'm gonna be watching the movie Nope at an AMC theater, which is very, very nice. I like the AMC theater down over there in Raleigh, Holly Springs. So I'm very excited to be watching that movie. I've never watched a Jordan Peele movie, actually, now that I think about it. But I do like them. I hear there's nothing but good things about them. Yeah, that's pretty much good. Oh, let me do the nails. Well, and even shorter, actually. There we go. Perfect. Here we go. Alright, now I think we're pretty much there. Anything else? Oop. all the other fine details we can work out later. Now we can move on to just getting some background color. Okay. So I really gotta use the bathroom, but we're gonna hold it in for now. I'm gonna use this as just like a base tone. Okay, yeah. This is just a base tone. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay, so it's definitely part of the sketch. It's not part of the clothes. Part of this line art. I'm not even sure how this got here. Ooh, my headphones are about to die. I'm sorry, these are only sketch lines anyway, so I can, super clean. All right, so that's what we're gonna do for the color for the background, but let's just chalk out. I think I'm gonna use this really down color, this dim white. It's like a purplish rosy color. It actually looks almost exactly like the rose gray that I have with the Ohu markers. I don't know why that sounded really weird coming out of my mouth. Come on. This is just like a sample anyways. I thought that was the opacity. And then I also want like a shadow. I want almost look like blood. Like a real, well, I guess this crimson color that I've been using for like all the I forgot the name of it. All the line art. Jesus, sorry, my head was. I'm slow right now. Let's just fill it all in, and then we're gonna erase it from the center. There we go. Now I also like the idea of the shadows inside of the painting also having like a redness to it. There we go. Oop, oop. Then I'm gonna tone that down as well. By a lot, actually. Can hard light do better job of what I'm going for? Hard light actually, like, no. Burn, maybe. And then we turn that down. Not color. Maybe linear burn. Oh, there my headphones go. I'm gonna deafen myself 1 second. Oh no, I can't hear anything. Okay. Alright, back to where I was. Now I got static, but at least it's better than Alright. You rest, little Dak. You've done a good job. Alright, so where was I? Oh, I was playing with the shadows. I think I like multiply better. Overlay? Screen. Screen definitely not. Soft light. I think it like multiply just really low though. For now. And then just for the sake of a nice thumbnail, let me get just a, not necessarily flat, but just something to make sure the character stands out. There we go. It's coming along. What is this red scratch though? Oh, that's the background liner. I maybe do that too before I call it. Let me turn off all these. And just make some straight lines for the background. So I'm not going to be actually doing the line art for the background, but they still need to follow like some kind of guidelines to give me like straight edges to follow. First. Maybe that'll help me figure out where I want to go. Dude is getting in my way. Maybe we need to change that line then. That feels right. Why is it locking the angle? Keeps like snapping into just like hard angles. That's not the word. Here. Snapping the angles again. I think it's because I'm too far. There we go. How does it look with the character? Does that fit the right? I think that fits the scene well, like the angle that I'm going for. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, I think too many people would get too upset with the background not being 100% accurate to her pose. That's probably gonna be one of those things that turns around and bites me in the butt, but we'll learn to let live. Maybe one day I'll actually use all the perspective tools that they give us here on this app. But that day will not be today because I barely like doing perspective on my traditional drawings. Perspective? Whack. Straight up whack. Overrated. Nobody uses perspective. Yeah. Let me pull back into colors, and then I think we're gonna call it. I'm wondering if there's anything else I gotta do. No, the rest of that I gotta do is gonna be off stream. I'm gonna do the web poser app in order to get the lighting down. We're not there yet, but I still want to go and do that. I made it loud. loud noise. I'm just gonna turn that layer off for the thumbnail. All right, time for the sign up. All right, thank you to everybody who was here for the stream, even if it was only for 5 seconds, just to peek in. I appreciate anybody that gives me any time of day. Go ahead and check out my Instagram. I just made a post earlier today. It's a drawing that I did work on for quite a while. Cthulhu. I think we all like Cthulhu. If you're in my drawings, you're probably into people who draw Cthulhu as well. It's not a scientific fact. I haven't done the research. Anyways, so yeah, check out my Instagram. I usually post all my art as the most up-to-date over there. Also, feel free to check out my DeviantArt. I try to keep things pretty close. It's still got a little way to catch up, but I post a lot of my art there too. It's a fun community. Also a scary community at the same time. Check out my YouTube channels. I have a archive stream where it's just all my streams archived and backed up on a YouTube. And then I also have a highlights time-lapse channel. So if you just want to watch everything cramped down into 5 minutes, you can go and check that out. The last drawing of Kai the Bruja vampire has already had the supercut go up, which is when I put all the time lapses from the very start of the drawing to the very end of the drawing into one big time lapse that takes around like 10 minutes. So that one's already up. Please check that out if you want to see a really fun time lapse from the very first little lines I did to the very last bit of polish. There's donation links and other stuff down at the bottom. I think just the donation link is the only other thing. So feel free to just chip in there. It'd make me feel a lot better about spending so much time on here. Maybe even make me feel like I could spend even longer streams. Although I would definitely need more coffee for that. I don't sleep well. There's a meme going around about like artists, people who enjoy art, and it's like a bunch of hipsters. And then people who make art, and it's just gnarly little gremlins with monster energies just sitting by them. That's pretty accurate. I think people who enjoy art, they're not necessarily hipsters. That feels a little old school and boomerish. Honestly, most people that I see that are really into art are like people who buy plants and guys that wear anime shirts. They buy a lot of original art. And furries, they're always out there, always, and I appreciate you furries. You know, you guys pay very well. I am legally obligated to enjoy you guys. But the not getting enough sleep, that's very accurate. That's spot on. Anyways, so feel free to join me next week. I'll be here at 6:30. Yeah, I'm gonna be in Cary, but I'm not gonna. I should be back on time. I've been not missing. My trips to Cary haven't interrupted these yet. Yeah, tomorrow not tomorrow. Next Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. I'll be here, and we'll be sketching. I will definitely be starting on the inks because there's nothing else with the anatomy that I have any issues with, especially now. Like now, I've really like tweaked everything to as good as I possibly can have it. Yeah, so we'll be getting down to inking the inks. Maybe actually get some flats if I do it fast enough. We'll see. Hopefully I don't spend too much time. Doot would really appreciate you guys coming back. Where is he? Doot. Come on. Oh, I'm not even on the right layer. Put him up there. Maybe he's gonna be the thing that fills up the background. This little corner down here. Maybe up here. There's a lot of room there too. Who knows? Dude does what he wants. Anyways, yeah. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys have a good night. Good night.